Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
So the first thing is your name and where you are now.
My name is Denis. Right now I live in Cyprus, well, in Nicosia, moving here right now.
Okay. And who are you as a person, as a human being? Who's Dennis?
Oh, that's a complicated question. Um, well, we'll speak about what I do now. So I'm a student. I am getting my BA in psychology. Mm,
Mhm.
I'm a Gestalt therapist. I started practicing like 2.5 years ago, and
Mhm.
I started studying Gestalt therapy almost 5 years ago. Well, what else? Uh, I'm a husband, and well, it's been a pretty interesting journey for almost 7 years now. Um, right now I got a new identity. I'm an immigrant. So it's yeah,
Mhm.
pretty pretty new experience to me. It's I've been living in Cyprus for 5 months now, and yeah, I don't know. It's basically the whole my whole life is evolving around these basic things now. I think so.
Mhm. Okay. Um, so the next question would be about some of your core values. What do you believe are the most important values in your life? And how do you hold these values? How do you maintain them? How do you defend them? Be it what you.
Hmm. My values. Well, hmm, I think of myself as a well. Let me think. So basically, I believe in happiness. I think I believe that every person has a right to be happy, deserves to be happy, and well, has all means to be happy. And this is uh, this is basically why I do what I do. And and on the other hand, well, with the happiness also lies the sadness, and I like the feel of the sadness, like being is consuming it and playing with it. So I would balancing with this happiness and sadness. Yeah, this is what I like. And well, I also mm, I guess I really value the human life, and this is well, this come a bit uh well, sharp point right now in well in my life, in life of a lot of Russian people. It's really uh how do you call it, tricky point, and yeah, I believe that well, life is basically well the main value that we have our life, or lives of other people. So yeah,
Yeah, right.
thousand like humanitarian values, I guess,
Yeah,
basically.
life and happiness, quite good, and the balance of what happiness and sadness. Yeah. Um. So, what would you consider an event, or maybe a set of circumstances, like several events, that have shaped or impacted you in a meaningful way? And then how? How did this event impact you?
Hmm. Something that shaped me. Well, um, uh, I guess in my adult years, I was a pretty close person, and
Mm,
not really sociable one, and I was really into video games, and I consider myself a gamer now, and this is what I I'm specializing even in my professional field.
Mhm.
And yeah, the video games, they were the thing that shaped me in a lot of ways and forms, and this was, I guess, the one of the first communities for me, the way of socializing, the way of knowing
Mhm.
people, the way of knowing myself, uh, and lots of people that I get to know from video games. Well, I really stay in contact with them
Mm.
still, although we haven't been playing with each other, for a decade already. But yeah, we have a community, and back in Russia, we used to uh, gather for camping, well, 3 times each summer month, and yeah, this was a really cool bond. And I I think that yeah, this was one of the main platform of socializing for me,
Mhm.
where I got to know how to communicate to people, and how I am as a person, and how the other people can see me. So yeah, I guess they mm, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's like really, I do love video games in lots of ways, and they really they really made me what I am right now.
Yeah. Video games is a form of socializing, is not what people usually expect. Yeah, I like that.
So,
From the outside,
yeah,
at least. Yeah.
yeah, there are lots of stereotypes about video
Mhm.
games, but yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, what about a person, another human being that has had a significant impact in your life? And again, how?
Hmm, person. I think I go with my wife,
Mhm.
really, because mm, I don't know, she makes me feel whole in so many ways. She makes me
Mhm.
feel like a man. She makes uh, she makes possible what what I am right now. She helps me. Uh, she helped me in my lows. She
Mhm.
supports me in my highs. Uh, she gives me the well, even this opportunity to study psychology in my 30s, like changing the career. This is not,
Mhm.
it was not an easy journey for us. And
Mhm.
yeah, she's been very supportful. And
Mhm.
hmm, what can I say? Yeah, I'm really grateful to her
Mhm.
for what we're having, and it's really mm, I don't think I ever experienced something with other person, like when we have some, it's not even basic values, but it's we have common goals that are
Yeah.
just co-align. So we work in different fields in many ways where pretty different people, but um, some of the some of our goals and some of the way that we see the world, see each other, see our future, so aligned with each other. So it just comes so smooth and natural, and like when we decided to move to Cyprus, and right now we're deciding to move inside Cyprus from one city to another. It's just one idea came into my mind, and she had the similar idea right now, and it's well, yeah, I just love it. It's
Nice. So we have a question about gender. How do you experience, or how do you live your gender?
Oh, gender question is interesting. So for I don't know, I think I'll start with this one. So first of all, Russia, well, Russian culture is pretty orthodox in especially in the gender question. So I've never been thinking about my gender, I guess, until I was in my late teens, maybe even after. But to be honest, I never felt being masculine enough. I was a pretty skinny guy, and outside of love for sports like football, basketball, and others, uh, it's there was nothing really too masculine about me, and I think somewhere around my 20s, I got this feeling that maybe I'd better be a girl, not a man. It's just because I'm so great at some qualities that are perceived as women qualities. I'm great at listening. I'm great at this heart-to-heart talk. It's just I can think of all the examples right now, but I thought of myself, that I could be a very good girl, good woman, and I love to have kids, and also the point is and there's something that there's something so unachievable, like dreaming of being a woman and dreaming of having kids as a man. It's like, well, sorry, but you lost this lottery. But then I think it started like coming around, and I can see myself. Well, I know, basically, no, I know I am a man, and I feel some of this feminine side inside me, but I know I'm good with what I am right now, and right. I'm not sure whether I would be a great woman or not, but I think I'm a decent man and decent enough for what can I? Yeah,
Okay.
it's been
And
quite a journey. Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. How are you experiencing your age in this moment in your life?
My age.
Hmm.
So, um, I've been in therapy for 5 years now, and I think that my perception of my age changed through this time period, and I feel like I am somewhat growing. Well, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I thought of myself as a late teenager, like I'm 18 or something, like I'm just finishing school, and it collided with all this stuff that was happening right now. It basically was the time when I started studying psychology once again. So it was pretty uh, uh yeah, in this direction. But right now, I think that I feel myself like I am in my middle 20s, although I'm 33, and
Mm,
I don't catch quite a big difference between being between being 25 and 33, basically. But it is an interesting one. I have mm, like I guess half a year ago, I had this thought about this age of being 30. 30 is like something in between. So you basically
mm,
feel like you're still 20, and you can
okay.
be with them, and you just speak like them, and your interests, well, are not far from them. But then there's this group of people of 40, and you are somewhat cool with them too. They are okay, and they just like you. And yeah, so basically somewhere in between, but not really with them and not with the either. This is basically how I feel. Because lots of colleagues with whom I study Gestalt therapy, lots of them are like in their 40s.
Mm,
And then there's the institute where I get my BA in psychology, and there I study with the people who just came out of school,
mm,
and they are 18, 20. Yeah, and this is like the reality where I'm living.
yeah.
So it's
It's
right in between. Yeah.
it's a curious experience. I just went through that. The going back to school with the teenagers and in a different space, age-wise in your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite curious, I would say, interesting, quite different. Yeah.
Yes.
So the next question would be how you experience again privilege and power in your life.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This was the question. Yeah, I thought about like maybe a year ago, because well, it is a huge issue right now
Mhm,
in the world, and basically I am well, I got pretty much all the privilege badges. See, like I am a white heterosexual male living in a well. I'm not that rich, so maybe one page is lost, but yeah. And like I said about the Orthodox culture in Russia, so I never, well, I never thought about it before, and because it was just normal for me, like this is how the things are, uh, and I never experienced really the inequality, or maybe I just was taught not to. So
mhm,
I know that there is, I felt that there is inequality. There are some people that are richer than me, but it's like the disparity is
mhm,
so much that it's just very easy to dismiss it. So okay, so there's just some alien
mhm,
people. They're not really common people, and then basically it was very difficult hmm, to get in contact with people from other culture. Uh, well, when I was growing up. Well, basically, these schools, they were almost only Russians studied there, and yeah, so it's like it's such a like heterogenic culture. So that's why it's very difficult to feel this inequality, and that's why it's very easy to go astray. So basically, right now, I understand that I was really brought up, mm, well, I can say basically a racist. So the racist jokes, they were just joke, and it was so common, and mm, it's such a part of me that I cannot even be uh, ashamed about it. It's just like the way I was brought up, and uh, I just try to notice it about myself and just to pay attention. And well, right now, because there's a difference between being brought up a racist and being a racist. So
Yes.
this is like a choice that I can make. So this where I just try to be thoughtful, to be sensitive, to be to pay attention to. Mm, I don't know. It's yeah, it's tough because this is not the. Mm, it's like it's not a point of even a point of discussion in the community where I grew up. So it's really not something that I put a lot of thought about. It's like that's just what I realized, I guess, a couple of years ago, and try to process it by myself. Right now, I'm living in a different environment, and this is also a really tricky experience for me because, like I said, now I am an immigrant. I am that person that came to another country, to another culture, and mm, well, this is a lot, because lots of uh, Russians, not only Russians, but lots of Russians came here to Cyprus, and mm, for example, uh, basically mm, the housing market is just going crazy because of it.
Oh,
Because lots
wow.
of Russian IT specialists, they have pretty good money, and so they just renting all the houses. And then I realized that, well, the people who live here in Cyprus, natives, they still want to rent houses and they don't earn such money. And what about all the students from other countries that come here to study in university, how they will rent an apartment with these market prices? And now I am that person uh, who influences these prices, and who, well, maybe the locals are not so happy to see me here. So yeah, it's quite a new experience for me, and it's a lot to process. I don't know how I feel about it right now. Yeah, it's complicated, really.
Yeah, it is a complicated question. But I like how you said about being a choice. If there were no choice, there would be no more responsibility. It's always going to be a choice. Being,
It is.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So now we're going to Gestalt and the
All right.
Gestalt world. So how'd you meet? How was your first Gestalt meet, your first Gestalt contact? Where do you discover Gestalt in your life?
Well, it was a pretty, I guess, unusual way for psychologists in Russia, because basically, I had a lot of up and downs about whether I do want to study psychology or not, whether I can earn money with it or not. And at one point, it got me so anxious that I ended up in a therapy. And yeah, I got insomnia, and I decided, all right, I just need to go to a therapist and well, see where it would lead me. And this was a pretty weird experience. Up to this date, I don't know what it was. What was this person doing? What was it really? Did it help me or not? And so we got contact for 5 sessions, and then it was over, and it got me just with this feeling of what I don't know. And I remember that uh, I met with a friend of mine, and I asked her, and she was already a Gestalt therapist, and I asked her, so, well, is it okay? Well, this feeling, well, maybe the therapy is just supposed to go like that, or like when you just finish and don't know what just happened, why was it happening, and what was the reason of all of it. And well, and she just suggested me to try the Gestalt training program we have in Moscow. She just said, well, just give it a try, and maybe you will just see for yourself what it's like. Do you like it and do you not? And it will solve, well, the question of whether you need to get a BA, whether you need to go to university, or no, just psychology is not for you. So this was it, and I just followed the link that she gave me, and I picked the first trainers, and just okay, let's do it. Let's. The reason I say this is a weird way because basically the Gestalt training is a professional training, and most people get it after they get their just academic training in psychology, basically. And in Russia, we don't well get you don't get a certificate as a Gestalt therapist unless you have at least a BA in psychology.
Yeah, here's the same.
So yeah, basically I just went in the wrong direction, and but yeah, it just got me. I don't know. I don't really know why. It's just because can you just I don't know. It's a very difficult to describe. It's very difficult to describe this feeling because it was I never been so I didn't have huge experience with therapy. I got all this my 5 weird sessions, and then I just come to Gestalt training, which is basically the first year. It is a group therapy where I got like 20 other confused individuals. And this was such an overwhelming experience. And the training goes for in modules of 3 days. So it was 3 day of 3 full days of group therapy. Uh, but after it, I just thought that, well, why would I really go on with it? I don't know. It's I just felt very, I guess, alive, and I felt that I am in an environment where I can be seen, can be seen as a person that I am, and this, I guess, was the feeling that I missed so much. I don't think that I ever get this feeling uh, outside of Gestalt community and gaming community. I guess this was like I guess this is like, this feeling of this is my tribe,
These are my
maybe.
people. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah, I found my people. Yeah. Um, so you talked a little bit about this, but I was curious if you could be a little more specific about what in Gestalt attracted you. What made you, oh yeah, that's why I like it. That's the thing.
Hmm. I guess this is mm, this feeling um, of equality, and openness. This is what I felt, and this is what I love, and I try to pursue well, in the way I work, uh,
Mhm.
because, well, I can be this Mr. Smarty Pants, and I even love it sometimes, like, uh, I don't know, just giving some smart, uh, and not to, I don't know, interventions, and but this is not, it's cool in some way, but this feeling of just being open to someone, being just close. This is what I think the Gestalt offered, and this is so. Mm, I guess this is what attracts me. It's just this ability uh, to be with another, being yourself, and being with another person as yourself, and being open, being just the way you are, and this. Mm, it somehow answers, well, one of the questions that I was asking myself for a long time. I was just uh, really like pondering, why can I just get the money because I'm a good person? No one just wants to pay me for being a good person. Well, I think that Gestalt therapy is someone close to it. I can
That's a
just
new
be,
one.
I can just be who I am, uh,
Mhm.
just being like genuine, supportive, being the person who I am, and this and does help other people, and, well, and get paid. Well, this is cool.
We do. We get rewarded for kindness in a way. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do? Is more specific question about your job, actually what you do with Gestalt. What is your job? What is the essence of what you do? How do you use it?
Mm. Um. Well, I just I give private sessions, and, well, I work as how do you say it? So I do individual therapy, and I do couple therapy, and well, mm, not long ago I started also working with teenagers. I try to specialize in video game psychology. I study video game psychology, and I also, like, I've been planning write a book on this subject. So yeah, it's like it's a bit new field for me. I never studied basically how to work with children, with teenagers, but I'm getting somewhere in this field. So yeah, if we're talking about the work, yeah, I just do private sessions. And the other part of my life is this scholarship adventure, and so since I am in I I get in BA psychology, and I try to focus on this video game psychology topic. So the course papers in my university I write about this topic, and so especially since now I don't live in Russia, so I need to adjust to world standards of being a psychologist, and basically in order to legalize as a psychotherapist and to give private psychotherapy sessions, I need at least MA in psychology, and it's better to have PhD. So these are my goals, maybe to pursue a PhD in psychology, and so somewhere in between, I guess this all this scholarship line and this private psychotherapist line, the intertwine. So this is what I do. Yeah.
And how has Gestalt affected you as a person?
I can see. Yeah, as a person. Mm. Well, as I said, I've been a pretty Mm, I've been a pretty vulnerable man, and not very uh, sociable once. And well, it's easy to say that it has something to do with aggression. And Gestalt, well, is a lot about this vital aggression. So this, I guess, this is the main point, that turning point that I have right now, and I just uh, this if I think what it's changed for the last 5 years, I think that this is well, this is my point of growth, the ability mm, to feel my aggression and not to be scared of it, to well, to learn how to use it. So this is, it's still it's still not easy for me, and well, lots of it just comes to me afterwards, but I'm getting better at it. Yeah, and uh, it's I don't know, it's interesting. It's just interesting, an interesting feeling to be just to feel myself more, I guess, more powerful. It's not only about the just this, anxious control, but this feeling of being just powerful, capable, and just being and having just having right to do something, to want something, to ask for something for yourself. Yeah, this, I guess, this is the main thing that I gained since I started this Gestalt journey.
Um, and a Gestalt, do you feel like you are part of a Gestalt community? Do you feel like you belong to some kind of Gestalt community in any way?
Yes, yeah, this is really a very big part of my life right now.
Mm,
Mm, mm. I, as I said, well, this feeling of the community, or this feeling of tribe, is one of the main point that attracted me, that got me to stay in Gestalt, and uh, I I think that I work a lot on expanding
mm,
expanding this community for myself, on integrating myself into the community. This is, well, this is one of the main how to say, it's one of the pillars for my private practice. So, and this is the point that where I get, I guess, my strength as a therapist. So when I just when I don't know when I don't know what to do and what's going on, this I know that I have the support of a community, and I have supervision groups, intervision groups. I got my friends, and this is also the point of which the point of sadness for me right now, because I had to leave my country, and I have to leave my community, and well, with all these mm, sanctions that are now going in Russia, the huge part of Russian Gestalt community is concentrated in Facebook, which is banned in Russia right now. So a lot of people abandoned it, and yeah, it feels like uh, the Russian Gestalt community is shaken right now. It's not scattered, but it is really shaken, and it's and not only. So I know it's like on one hand it's the Russian Gestalt community, but on the other, it's Russian Gestalt community was a part of a larger group of Russian-speaking Gestalt community, and this, the Belarusians, the Ukrainians, I know that Kazakhstan has a pretty huge community. All the Baltic countries, Georgia, Armenia, like all the uh, all the countries that speak Russian. And right now, well, it's very complicated. It's a huge crack, and I know that uh, mm, lot of colleagues, well, do not speak with each other well, and well, they even the institutes they break, and they just don't want to relate to another, and the educational programs also they just split, and yeah, it's a mess. It's really a mess right now, and I don't know. I don't know what will happen and what will happen to me, because well, to which community do I belong right now? Uh, and uh, it was practically one of the first thing that bothered me, and that I tried to search here in Cyprus. So I tried to find Russian-speaking Gestalt therapist here in Cyprus, and I managed to do it. And we are building a small community here, and yeah, uh, it feels nice, and it's always like it is small. It feels like it's fragile, and you need to, like, I don't know, uh, just hold on to it. Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to hold on to it.
Well, my next question would be about a challenge. I don't know if it's what you just spoke about. If you could think of your most challenging moments in Gestalt, it seems that would have been one. I don't know if you can expand on that, or you'd like to share another.
Oh yeah, I can share one. Yeah. Hmm. So I came in Gestalt after a huge burnout in IT sphere. So I used to work as a project manager in web development until I just got completely burnout. I up to this moment, I cannot think about digital marketing without the feeling of hate and disgust. This is how severe the
Okay.
burnout was. Yeah, so basically, I could not work in this field anymore. And I
Mhm,
decided to uh, make this turnaround and to
mhm,
pursue, well, the goal of being a psychologist and Gestalt therapist. And as you might know, it's not a cheap, uh,
no, it's
not a cheap
not.
activity. Yeah, and
And
this
and
was
it's never
really,
ending training. It's not going to get cheaper.
yeah, and it's very difficult to pursue it once you are not able to earn any money because the only thing that you could do is not available to you right now. So this was a very difficult time for me and for my wife. This was
Mhm,
I was talking about this support that she gave me. She gave me this
mhm,
opportunity to to study, and well, she covers mostly our financial expenses right now. So it's like the I guess if I'm not mistaken, on so this winter, Gestalt uh, started earning me more money that it cost me for the education. So I just started making some money, and of course, well, it is very difficult, and especially like if we go back to your question about the gender, all these gender stereotypes, it's very
mhm,
difficult to feel yourself, or well, a man, a husband, uh, when you don't earn a living, when you don't support your family financially. This was, and this even up to this moment, it is a difficult question for me. And in time, there are times, well, in my lows, when I still think like, why on earth didn't I just, you know, study programming? Maybe it would be so much easier. But but then, yeah, it's maybe maybe it's just not for me. It it is hard. It is hard when you do what you like to do, and you even feel that you're. I do feel that I get the money that I deserve, but it's not really enough to live the life that I want. So yeah, this has been difficult, and it's been difficult up to
mhm,
this time. And yeah, this is the challenge. The challenge is to uh, just to go on, just not to um, and, not to give up to this thought that not to give up, not to ch- to choose this more maybe easy path of just you know earning money as an IT specialist until you burn out again in 5 years.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about happy memories? What would be your greatest happy memories in Gestalt?
Mhm. Uh, I think it's first uh, mm, my first intensive. I don't know whether so I don't know whether you have this type of activity in your country. So basically, it's sort of a program, a short-term program, basically, mm, maybe 2 weeks or 1 week or something like that, when you just Oh, it's difficult to explain, maybe. Maybe it's even not the point. So, it's an activity, basically, when lots of Gestalt therapists, they gather in one place and they took the roles. Some of them are clients, some of them are therapists, some of them are supervisions, and there are also the trainers. And you just work with each other, like client therapists and the therapists. They have their supervisions, and they also have group therapy sessions. So this is such an event. And well, the first my first intensive, it was something from, I don't know, uh, it's such an overwhelming experience, is because why we call it intensive, because it's such an intensive feeling when you have this you have private therapy for like 9 days each day, and then you have a lot of group sessions. And this was the moment when I got mm, my mm, my own personal tribe. So this the first mm, people in this community that I built this special bond that I now called whom I now called my friends. And so this this is just such a full feeling, uh, feeling up to this moment, this feeling that I have these people that I know, that I know. It's just like, yeah, I'm even losing my words right now, because I do love them, and uh, I'm very sad that I cannot meet with them, because, well, they are in Russia, they're still in Russia. And like I said, that this happiness and sadness are always come uh, one in hand with each other. Yeah, but the I don't know, this moment when I felt that I have that this bond with them. It's yeah, it's undescribable. It's really something that this has a very special place in my heart, and it's what I'm holding on to, really.
I quite remember my first intensive Gestalt workshop thing. Wow. Yeah. So next, what is the future? What do you see in your future and in the future of Gestalt? What do you see ahead?
Hmm. Well, like I said, I am hmm, I'm pursuing my PhD, and I would
Mm,
like uh, to continue studying video game psychology. I'm not sure whether the scientific work is for me or not. So uh, I found it interesting. I was very skeptical about being a scientist, about even calling psychology a science. But I got into it. It's really interesting for me. And mm, what I'm into, what are my goals? I would like to mm, I would like to combine these two paths of my life. I would like to further study video game psychology. I would like to implement it in my practice.
mm,
I would like to mm, I would like to have I would like to think, maybe for like, let me say it like this. Uh, I would like to apply basic Gestalt theory to my knowledge about video game psychology, and see where it leads me, so that it would not be just right now. It basically are just some scientific facts, and part of as my hunch, how I feel that it should work, but there is no theoretical background um, behind it, and this is what I would love to do, because, well, at least in Russian literature, it felt that Gestalt therapists, they were not really too keen on developing the theory. So I know that contemporary Italian and French Gestalt therapists, they are developing. They're writing lots of new books about the topic, but it's not a lot. Well, comparable to other
Yeah.
psychological methods, and this is one of the reason Gestalt is not treated with enough respect in the world, I think. So yeah, the theoretical base could be helpful, and
Yeah.
this is something that I think I am good at. I love writing, and I am sometimes very peculiar with it, and I just I don't know, and uh, I like being thorough, being theoretical sometimes. So I think that, yeah, this is one day I will definitely write a book, not only for this, like a non-fictional book or just a book for parents, but I think I will go for some theoretical basics, and I would love to. I would love to pursue my work in video game psychology field, because yeah, it's a very mm, it's a very genuine topic for me, and it's a really personal topic, and yeah, I really love to share my knowledge, my vision with others.
I'm very curious on the Gestalt take on video game psychology and gaming in general. That sounds very good. Um, so just last, if there is anything else you want to add, anything you would like to say, anything you would like to share that weren't in the questions that you didn't have an opportunity to say yet?
No, I can't think of anything. It's been just very, it's just it's been pleasure to talking to you, and just being interviewed. It's such a such an interesting experience. I just feel uh, uh, I feel very excited right now, and
Good.
yeah, yeah, it really was cool. Yeah, thanks a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah, I'm glad. So I'll stop the taping.